everyone, this is STHN coming to you with a how-to video. So today I'm going to show you how to send bulk emails to say multiple customers or multiple clients with different attachments just by using Excel and macros. Amazing, right? So you can easily use Excel, send multiple emails, and just on the click of one button, and all different kinds of attachments will go out to them. Suppose if you want to send only attachments 1, 2 and 3 to person 1, and if you want to send only 2 and 3 attachments to person number 2, so you can easily do that using Excel, and I'm just going to show you now how to do that. Let's get started. So if you see over here, I've already created some dummy data, and so I have some members over here and levels of membership. So I have gold levels and some level of memberships as well: gold, bronze, silver, etc. And so what we're going to do today is we're going to send some attachments, members document and some benefits document to these individual clients, okay, to these clients, and only the clients which are a gold member with like level 4, they will get one special benefit document of say furniture discount, for example. Yeah, so everyone will get more specific membership guidelines based upon their type of membership. So gold member will get guidelines for gold, and bronze member will get guidelines for bronze membership and things like that. And people who are gold members and who are level 4 will also get one attachment for furniture discount. So how do we do that is, let me just unhide some columns. Yeah, so here I have the email addresses of all the clients. These are just some dummy email addresses, so don't try to send an email to these addresses. Okay, so each client, like suppose ABC has this email address assigned to him, and so make sure that you have all the email addresses of the clients. Okay, next what you need to do is for each document create a separate column. Suppose if you have like 2 documents, create 2 different columns for each document. You can even do that with 1 column, but I prefer using different columns so that it's easier to make changes whenever the need arises. Otherwise the formula becomes too long. That's the only reason. Otherwise you can feel free to do that, to use 1 column if you want to. And so now what we want to do is, if it is a gold member, then we need to send only the gold members document to it, right? So first step what you need to do is you need to save all the documents in a particular folder. So I would prefer to use a shared folder, because if it's only you who are going to send out these emails, then it's fine, you can save it on your local drive. Otherwise you need to save them on say a SharePoint site or OneDrive, where all your team members will be able to access it. Yeah, so save it somewhere in a common location, OneDrive and my documents _ video. Yeah, so if you see here, I have all my documents: bronze, furniture discount, gold and silver, which needs to be sent out to the clients. And what I'm going to do is use if statements and put down the path of the documents. So if you see here, if statement, if, so you can see @ membership. That's because I have formatted my columns into a table. That it makes life much more easier if your data is organized into a table. If you don't know how to do that, just click on the first cell, and yeah, so just go here, click on the first cell, go to home, and click over here, format as table. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so coming back to this, so you just use an if statement. If membership is equals to gold, so if they are gold members, then just put down the path of the file. Yeah, there you go. See, it's as simple as that. Just put down the entire path of the file as to where the file is located. Okay, So see, users, the entire you can get the paths from here. If you just go to your document and right click, go to properties, you will be able to see the path of the file. Yeah, so here is your, you'll be able to see the path. Here is the path of your file. Yeah, just copy that, and the file name is here with the extension. Okay, so just copy and paste that over here, the entire path, and then the file name followed by the extension. Cool. So if it's a gold member, then attach the gold document. Else, if their membership is equals to bronze, if they are bronze, then put down the bronze document path, and if they are silver, then put down the silver document path. It is as simple as that. Simple nested if statements saying that if it is gold member, check out the gold document. If it's a bronze member, check out the bronze document, and if it's a silver member, then check out the silver document. Pretty simple, straightforward if statement, right? I hope so. If you want me to show you how to go ahead and write the if statements and go into more details about it, then comment below and I will make another video on how to use if statements. Alright, now so that's about it for here. Next one is we want to go ahead and attach furniture document. And there is a condition over here which says we want the furniture document to be sent only to people who are gold membership, who have gold membership, and who are level 4. So now that will again tell us to write an if statement, right? So here we are going to use and. Here we are going to use and because there are two conditions over here, right? Here we are checking if it is gold, just like how we did over here. So if they are gold, if membership is equals to gold, and so we have and over here, and the level is equals to 4, then put down the path of the furniture document. Else, just leave it blank. I prefer to always leave it blank because if it's blank, then the system will not attach anything. Okay, something failed. Okay, so I always prefer to leave it blank because then the system will not attach anything. So if not, you can leave it just like that as well. It will not make any difference. But this is just my preference to always leave it blank. It just makes the document also look a little more cleaner, and you can easily understand. Because we have one user who actually satisfies the guidelines, which the condition, which is this. So STU is a gold member with level 4, and if you see only this person has this part, the path of the file. Yeah, so now you have set up and told the system, okay, this is where my documents are stored, this is the condition, use this path only if this particular condition is true. But how is it going to send it, right? That's the main question. So for that we need to go to the developer tab. If you don't know how to enable the developer tab, check out my description. I have mentioned the steps on how to enable it. Okay, go to the developer tab and click on macros. Okay, I have already created a macro for you so that it will save some time. And click on edit and you will find your macro here. Let me just resize it so that you guys can see it. Okay, so there you go. Here is the macro. So it's a very simple macro, very simple to understand. It's like simple English, yeah. So here if you're going to send it through Outlook application, then you need to make sure that you insert the Outlook reference. So just go to tools and click on references first, and make sure that these two elements are selected. Microsoft Outlook 16.0 object library. If you have another version also, it's okay, no problem. And Microsoft CDO for Windows 2000 library. Make sure that you insert these two references, otherwise your system will not be able to detect these functions. Yeah, so now I have a simple sub function over here, send email. You can name it whatever you want. On error, resume next. This is just in case if there isn't any error in the particular record, then go next. But basically an error should not come because you have put simple if statements. If something is wrong with your if statement, only then you will find an error. Otherwise it should work perfectly. Okay, so we're declaring some variables over here. Dim O as outlook.application, and we're setting O as new outlook.application. This is just to tell the system that we're going to use Outlook application to do some actions. Alright, so dim O mail as outlook.mail item. This will create a new email in Outlook. Now dim I as long, we are just going to have an long variable over here, just to assign it into a for loop. If you don't know what a loop is and want me to go into more details, go ahead and comment below and I will make a video to show you how loops work. Okay, so for I is equals to 2 to range A100 is basically the rows of the Excel that is taking up. Let me just show you. Okay, so it's going to start from row 2, right? Because row 1 is basically your headers and we don't need the system to do anything on the headers, right? So it's going to go ahead from row 2 and to the 100th row. So if you have more records or you know that you will have these many number of clients, then go ahead and change this number to 1000 or whatever you wish to. Yeah, so that's how it's going to track, and it's going to go through each row. Yeah, and set O mail is equals to O dot create items is going to create a new email in Outlook. We have already referred it over here. We have declared the variable over here, right? So that's what it's doing. Now once it creates a new mail, we need to tell the system who is sending this email, where is this email coming from, and what's going to be in the body of the email, who is it going to be sent to, what is the subject, and what are the attachments. Simple, right? That's what is there in the basic email. So we have dot from, you can put in your email address. If you want to send it from a shared mailbox, you can do that as well. Just refer the link in the description to the website, and you will find over there as to how you can send it from a shared mailbox. I have also uploaded the file, so you can see the codes in the entire, you can download the entire file from the website as well. So don't forget to do that. It's going to really help you and your business. Okay, so now, so from, you can mention the email address and .html body. You can write out body as well, but I prefer .html body because it helps you to better format the body of the email by inserting line breaks and by formatting the text for bold and italics and things like that. This is just my preference again. So .html body, here is just some text that I have written. Dear, I need to enter the customer name. Now the customer name is stored over here in cells I, 2. Now I is the row and this is the column number. Yeah, so second row, second column, right? So let's see. So second row, second column, there you go. So second row, second column is ABC. So it's going to say dear ABC, and then BR is just a line break. It's just replicating what the enter key does on your keyboard. And some text, we are looking forward to meeting you. We have attached some documents for your review. Please print this and bring it along with you on your first day. And then just some line breaks again, just like how the enter key works, and your signature, kind regards, SDHN. I have put a B, which means bold in HTML, and again BR is for line break, and just your signature. Okay, and then we have .to, who are you going to send it to? So you need to get the email address of your client, right? So .to cells I, 5. So second row, column 5, which is where our email address is stored. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, column 5, second row, it comes up as sthn@gmail.com, right? So that's what is going to take in the 2. And dot subject, you can put any subject that you want. Here I have mentioned membership documents. And now the best part of including the attachments. Cool. So now we're going to tell the system where to take the attachments from. So attachments dot add cells I comma 6. So it's going to take second row again and 6. So 1 2 3 4 5 6. There you go. So it's going to go to this path, which we have mentioned over here. So you see the reason why we have mentioned the path of the document is so that we can include that in the attachments in the macros. Okay, all right. So it's going to take this path and take the document from here and attach it to this email. Same thing over here, add cells I comma 7. So this is 6, so furniture one is 7, wherein it's going to attach the document from the part which we have mentioned over here. Wherever there is blank, it's going to ignore it and not attach anything. Pretty awesome, right? Just some if formulas and tell the system to send the email and you're good to go, right? And then we're just closing up the loops and the sub function. All right, so that's the macro that we have. And if you want, you can just go ahead and run the macro from here to develop a macro and just run. Otherwise, you can create a button like I have done over here. I'll just show you how to do that. Just go to developer tab, insert form controls button, just drag and create a button and attach the macro that you have created, and that's it. You have your button created. Now I'm just going to delete it because I already have the button over here. So now I'm just going to click on this button and see what happens. Let's see how our macro actually works. So ta-da! So when you click on this button, you might receive a message where the antivirus program is blocking the sending of multiple emails. So if you get that, just click on allow, or you can just go to the antivirus software and allow allow Excel to send it from there. If you're in a corporate environment, then just contact your admin department or IT department, and they will do that for you from the back end. It's no big deal, no big security issue or anything like that, but mainly organizations do block that for security reasons, but it's nothing to worry about. They can easily remove that and they can easily allow Excel to send the bulk emails. Not a problem. Okay, so let's go to our Outlook and see if we have received the email. And ta-da! See, we have received the emails. There you go. See? Okay, so we have a membership document here. We have the membership document as a subject. We have the attachment over here. Dear PQR, we are looking forward to meet you. A nice body with a nice signature. Amazing, right? Cool. So let's see. This is as PQR. PQR is our silver member, right? Let's check. There you go. PQR is our silver member. Amazing. That's about it from my side. I hope you like this video. Don't forget to download the file from the link mentioned below from the website, and if you have any questions, do let me know. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel as well. Take care. See you next time. Bye bye.